This is D, and let's dress for life. That's what's up. We came up with something, my brother. We came up with something, my sister. It's called nutritious, non-nutritious, non-ish bread. Let's just say the reason why we say nutritious, non-nutritious, non-ish bread is because you're putting in all kinds of very good ingredients that are very nutritious, very healthy for you. Non-nutritious, well, because we're using white flour. That's all we had to use, so that's what we used. But we made it nutritious. And then the reason why we say non-ish, well, because it's like we just we think that there's a non-ish approach to the bread. But whatever the case, that's the name. That's what we're sticking with. And as we talk about the nutritious, well, we actually have yogurt in there, and of course this is a non-dairy yogurt. I think the base of it is actually coconut. We also have tomato powder that we ground ourselves, green pea powder that we ground ourselves, onion flakes that we bought ourselves, lettuce and arugula powder that we ground ourselves. We dehydrated these things and then just ground them in a strong mixer. And then the leavening agent that we have quick rising yeast. Yeast responds to the body much better than baking soda and baking powder. This is according to my understanding. But let me keep going. I don't want to take up too much of your time. What you're going to do is you're going to get a bowl, go get a pot. That's what we had. We tossed in about two tablespoons of yogurt, about 1.5 packets of yeast, quick rising yeast, and then 3 teaspoons of salt, 3 teaspoons of sugar. We stirred in 2 cups of warm water. You don't want it to be boiling hot water. This is my understanding, because you don't want to kill the yeast. So, but you do want the water warm. And after you stir everything in, you toss in about 4 cups of flour. Then you mix that. You mix that well in the bowl, in the pot. And then you pull it on a kneading surface, and then you just knead that for a few minutes. Make sure everything is incorporated well. Number 1, and number 2, that it's still not moist. You keep adding a little flour to make sure that nothing is sticky. After you've done that, you just allow it to sit for a few minutes. Well, about 59 to 60 minutes is what you do, is how long you let it sit. And after it's sat for an hour, you want to just go in and get all of those tomato powders, green pea powders, onion flakes, lettuce and arugula powder. You want to just put them on the surface, and you want a good amount too. Okay, look, there's a lot of fiber, a lot of nutrients there, right? Making that non-nutritious flour very nutritious. So anyway, you want to put those on the surface, mix them all up, make sure that they are what do you call it? They are just make sure they're mixed well. That's all. And then you want to get that flour. You want to get that that flour out of the pot, and you want to put it on top of, or you want to make sure that you incorporate all of those vegetables that we've talked about. Yeah, I know tomatoes not a vegetable. Just leave me alone. But you just want to make sure all those things are incorporated really well. And after you've incorporated them, break them into little balls. As you see, we had about 10 balls, actually 11 balls. And then you just roll it out. Got you see that nice French rolling pin? Wasn't that expensive either. But I didn't pay for it. A fan hooked a brother up. Deuces to the fan. Thank you very much. So anyway, we or I should say some fans, forgive me. So anyway, After you've done that, after you made the balls, you flatten them, roll them out, and then we used olive oil to cook the bread. And make sure that you have the temperature right. You have the temperature too hot, you got an issue. Of course, if it's not warm enough, you have another issue. But whatever the case, worst issue is that you cook that on the surface well before it's cooked through and through. Not too good. So make sure that you get the right temperature based on your oven, and you flip it. I'd say what we did was we cooked it about 3 minutes on each side, and then, well, this is what it looks like. And my brother, my sister, let me tell you right now, tastes even better than it looks, and it is well flavored. But anyway, hey, we really hope you enjoy it. We really hope that you enjoy taking care of yourself. That's all we got for now. This is D, and Less Stress for Life. That's what's up.